Welcome everybody to episode 13 of Three Dudes Brews. Three Dudes Brews is our liquid journey into craft deliciousness, an appreciation of the various styles of craft beer and our own perspectives on it, and a celebration rather of the good people who bring it to us. This month is no exception of a celebration as we're filming here on Veterans Day weekend. In a brewery owned by a veteran, a man who dedicated both service and sacrifice, and he humbles us now by serving us up some amazing beers. My name is Buddy Thayer. I welcome you to join us on this epic hour of beer drinking and banter. Joining me on this most epic journey, a man who comes to us from the foothills of Mount Olympus. He puts the eek in Greek. My man down the end there, Kostas Sangaruli. Welcome to the show, dude.
Yasu and Yamas, everybody. And to my left, we have none other than the great Dr. Ed Patenaude. Doc?
How you doing? So glad to be here. We're at Bravo Brewing Company in Pasco, Rhode Island. We are here with Chris. Chris, thank you so much for taking the time and pouring some beers and sitting down and chatting with us.
Hey, it's my pleasure, guys. I'm glad we got a chance to do this.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Oh, yeah.
All of you at home may notice, if you've been, all two of you that have been watching, we have some new beer. So we're trying to go a little high tech. But anyway, so Veterans Day is coming. I first want to say thank you for your service.
And thank you as well.
I appreciate it. And, so beer, I mean, it brings everybody together. I don't think, we ever had a birthday party or celebration or a Tuesday without, beer in the middle. So
No days that end in Y without it.
exactly. So we always got to have it. So what, when did you guys open? Let's start with that because this is going to be a good story.
Yeah, so we opened November of 2019. Got in just before the COVID epidemic.
Yeah.
Planned that one out beautifully.
Oh, so yeah, COVID was hard on a lot of people. I mean, what did you guys do to get around it? Did you guys do drive ups or?
Yeah, we turned into a drive-up liquor store for several months. We were not geared up for canning back then. We had a manual hand roller. We were filling cans off the tap, just trying to get by. Nowadays, we got a canning line. It would be great. It wouldn't be great. No one wants to see that, but we could actually, we could fulfill the need for cans at this point. But we did what we had to do back then. It wasn't easy. It wasn't fun, but we got through it.
Now, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What is your actual physical location here? And why did you pick this area?
Physical location. So 75 Pasco Main Street. And why did I pick Pasco? Interesting question. Been asked that 1,000 times. So when we started, craft beer it wasn't at the boom. We had definitely kind of crested that bubble, but it was still busy. There were a lot of places opening, a lot of places to go. So we were looking for a spot that was, I don't want to say on its own, but I didn't want to set up on top of another brewery.
So independent.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of fill an area that, could use a brewery without sitting down on someone else's turf,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah.
This is my town. Out here, you're a trespasser.
Like Dunkin' Donuts. That's one across the street.
Yeah. Listen, you can't throw a stone around here without hitting a Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, we all know that. They're all over the place.
Like real customers? Kid, that's me. I'm like the mayor of Dunkin's. This is the face of Dunkin' Donuts right here.
But yeah, because I mean, Rhode Island's got a lot of areas still that there's no craft beer. I mean, if you look to the western part of the state, is nothing.
Right.
Yep.
The
Yeah.
whole west and northwest, there's I
it's
believe you guys are the
Connecticut.
only place.
Yeah.
Other than unless you cross over into the Connecticut.
Yeah, but still, you've got about a 20-minute drive. Bare Hands and Black Pond, they're not too far. We're 20 minutes from Lops or so. We're, another 20 from Cumberland. So
But that's a Rhode Island 20. You need
that's a day pass.
snacks. Anybody from Rhode Island, you need snacks. You need an overnight bag. You need gear to drive 20 minutes. You can't just go willy-nilly and drive out 20 minutes.
Right.
12 bottles of water, 56 beers, 2 vodkas, 4 whiskey, 6 bottles of wine, tequila, Nutella, cheese, steaks, a Milky Way, half-ounce sour diesel, 3.5 grams Grandmaster Kush, 1 ounce of shrooms, 15 pills of ecstasy, a porno mag, a baseball bat, and the video camera.
So we ended up in our own little oasis out here. And it's an interesting zone. Pasco and Burrillville. It's a very split demographic out here. We've got a lot of people that really like this style of offering. We have our regulars here that love the brewery. They love seeing what we're doing, and it's been very well received by the town. So
You see, your styles seem to be more towards the classics.
oh, absolutely.
Speaking of which, let's dive into the first.
Yeah,
I'm thirsty.
Okay.
There's already been some diving. I see.
And I'm like, oh, it's time. And it was
Okay.
like,
I'm usually the last guy, but
There's
I was like,
people
I have to do this.
Listen, I mean, nobody's really surprised that Buddy's probably.
so this is the Hellas this is
Yeah.
what we're drinking?
Yeah. So this is my Hell's Lager.
Hell is yes.
Yeah, we really cut our teeth on traditional beer. That was always the thing I was into. It's what got me into brewing. If I could brew nothing but like classic Germans and English bitters, I'd be
Really?
happy. Yeah, that's my.
So, now, wait,
You know what? We would also be happy too. So that makes two of us.
Yeah, and we're going to come back around to that
Yeah.
European segment there in a second.
yeah, yeah,
But
definitely. I wanted to, I heard you were talking pre-show and you mentioned how you were from Portland. It surprises me to hear that you're doing more of a traditional style because
Maine, folks,
Portland
the-
is
the Portland
huge.
and Maine.
So
Yeah.
like IPAs and
Oh yeah, that's a craft beer mecca up there
right.
still.
It's on my list of places I want to go on vacation. That my girlfriend doesn't want me to go on vacation to. So,
Gee,
but it's just,
I have no idea why.
it surprises me that you don't have a lot of IPAs here at all. You know?
I don't. I keep some up there just because you have to. It's a bad business move to not. But
Right.
that is an area that we are not lacking in IPAs
Listen,
anywhere in the world right now. So
Yeah, right. No,
I absolutely applaud the fact that you only have like what you need to get by
yeah, I mean
for IPAs.
we have two. Mayday is kind of our original. It's kind of like a hybrid. It's a half East Coast, half West Coast. It's not super hazy and juicy, but it's also not incredibly bitter. It's kind of it's right in the middle.
Yep.
And then we do Tropic Thunder. So that's my dabble into like the New England. It's got a nice gold yellow. It's very hazy. It's very citrusy.
So,
Um,
it would be like a Midwest IPA. I don't even know. Is that Midwest IPA? Does anybody know?
I think you may have just come up with
I think I may have. So
Chicago.
we're going to have to trademark
Trademark
that one
that.
too.
maybe.
I don't think I want to claim that style. It doesn't sound as good.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's so many IPAs out there, so many people doing them.
Yeah.
I think it's like, I appreciate them, love them. Buddy is an IPA fanatic.
Yep.
But I think they're going overboard. They're overdoing
Yeah.
it.
I think personally, I think it's great that you're not being trendy and you're sticking to what you like, the classics,
Yeah.
the English styles, the German styles. It's not going to be like, and I do like some of the more exotic things, a lot of sours, different fruits, different like a cotton candy sour, something, like these really wild, zany things that are on the fringes
Tastes good. It
of,
tastes
of
good.
beer. Yeah, if it tastes great, it tastes great. But the fact that you're sticking to the classics or whatever,
Yeah.
and I know what to expect.
Right. I mean, that's what gets people excited about craft beer is all that pushing the limits, bringing in, wild new things. I still like doing R&D here. I don't get to do as much as I would like to. I think running the business has taken a huge bite out of the pushing the limits and trying new things. It takes a long time to make a good beer. That's what people don't understand. They think you can just jump back there
Yeah,
and
it's over.
crank out a killer, fruited sour that is just going to rock the world every 2 weeks, and that's not the case. You need time. You got to practice these things. You got to try it, see what works.
Trial and error.
Yeah. So I like doing what we know what to do.
So
And you're doing it well.
let me tell you, first off, I love the fact that this looks like a little minion right now. I've got kids at home, guys, so I'm seeing minions. But this Hellas, oh my God.
You were the last ones to start it, and you're the first one to finish it.
I could sit here and drink this all day long.
Really good.
All day long. This is fantastic.
That's been a staple. We had that from day one. The Hell's Lager's been around. It's simple, it's clean, it's just some U.S. Sots hops, give it just enough kind of bitterness to keep it, balanced. Just a little bit of sweetness, but not too much.
It's
that's
sweet. It's got a little bitterness to it. It's got a little bit of like clove type of star anise almost kind of taste to it or whatever. So it's great.
Talking to your mic.
I
These
am.
are new.
Oh wow,
They're different. You must talk to them. Sorry, folks. We were going to get through it, though. I
Listen, I'm talking to him.
I
I'm trying
understand you talking
at the
to
same
him.
time. I'm Greek. You can't expect me to like not talk with my hands and
this guy. You see what I
you
got to
know.
put up with?
But anyways,
Got to be a professional.
Well, I'm glad
you were
you like that.
so let's talk about, and I love your names. All your names are military themed or military inspired.
Yeah, most things. We have a lot of kind of Easter eggs all over the brewery. It's nothing that's over the top that's going to smack you in the head. Be like, hey, I was in the military. Look at this. But
Right.
if you're familiar with some of it, you can pick up on some of these. I mean, some of the names aren't too nuanced. Some are pretty obvious, but it was fun to have that trend kind of running through a lot of the things that we do here.
But you're also in an area that is very veteran oriented and very veteran friendly. There's a lot of people around here that have been
Absolutely.
So
Yep.
I think that's a great way to bring people in with these awesome names.
Another way to bring people in, another great way to bring people in, honestly. I think you made this change like a year and a half ago, maybe a little bit longer. And
There he
you
goes.
bring in yep, there it is. Like brew pub beers, like
Oh yes. So
outside beers.
Yep.
And they're not just like regular run of the mill beers that you can find in any other restaurant or any other brew pub. Some of them are quite rare. Talk about your decision then.
yeah, so I'm glad you mentioned that. So that was a change we did about a year ago, and the timing could not have been better. So we have had a few disasters here,
Yeah.
namely with several floods from sprinkler bursts, which would have put us out of business. But we had just changed over to a brew pub license, so we're starting to bring in and curate a couple of nice imported German, Belgian, English ales and lagers, which kind of helped round out our menu.
Yeah.
And in times that we weren't actually able to brew beer because of not the shutdown, but when we were closed, we could still have some on and still remain open. It saved our asses.
You did what you had to do to survive.
Right.
Well, I mean,
We did, but it was fortuitous. We had just gotten that license like a month and a half before that happened.
because like you said, if not, you're shutting the doors for
Yep.
however
Until you
long.
can rebrew everything.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah. So
We had just been in here like not that long before that because we had picked up we did our apple challenge,
right,
our
yeah,
apple cider challenge, and we had picked up the root beers and we had picked up the apple cider or whatever, which was fantastic or whatever. And then right after that, it was like you see on Facebook and you see everywhere like, oh my God, like you announced that you had this massive flood.
yeah,
And
that was brutal.
Dude, that night,
it broke our hearts.
It was a Sunday, right? I was going to go see my girlfriend who lives in Douglas. I'm like, let me stop at Bravo.
Yeah.
They have dinner on. Where are you going to find dinner on draft in Rhode Island?
Nowhere.
And then she calls and she starts bitching that she wants to do this. So I'm like, I'll go there. I'll get there next weekend. Whatever.
Somebody's getting
Son of a bitch, dude. Oh my
So-
God.
Okay, so that was fantastic. So you guys, like I said, I wanted to circle back around to that Europe thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's awesome that you guys are able to fill that void without having to actually, try to replicate or brew them yourselves or come up with something. So, favorite English bitter.
Oh, Old Speckleton.
Yes! Yes! Oh, yeah! Can you feel that, buddy? Huh? 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 I have exorcised the demons.
Oh,
I'm probably going to piss off a whole lot of people for saying that.
That's mine.
But when it comes down to it, that's the beer that if I could drink one English ale, that's the one.
Yes.
It's the one when you get it on nitro. It's balanced beautifully. It's got that maltiness. It's got that hoppiness. It's got that creaminess. That is a nice drinking beer.
Yes, it is. And folks, if you haven't had it, do yourselves a favor. Find a package store, find a Class
It's
6,
here.
find
Or
something.
come here.
Or come to Bravo.
Come to Bravo.
Get it on draft. Even better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Come here, drink this stuff. It is
Wicked good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a good one.
It's epic.
It's when we do some of our English ales, that's kind of like the target I always go for. You know, I've got a pub ale that's like a lighter version of that. It's like a, you know, it's a regular bitter.
Yep.
Then we've got our ESB. That's, you know, your best bitter, a little bigger, a little maltier, a little hoppier, a little higher ABV, but we try to stay in that balanced malty hoppy range for those two. Um,
Yeah, I'm all about malty. You know, to me, like, you know, if a beer's got good malts, I'm a happy guy because I like the little bit of sweetness. I like that roasted, toasty bread. I just absolutely love it.
Right.
Yep.
But it's got to be the right malt.
It's
too.
got to be. It
Oh
has
my
to
God.
be. Yeah.
I've learned the hard way that the wrong malt gives me awful like heartburn. It's just awful beer.
Sours. If I drink the wrong sour, I'm done. I'm done. Absolutely done. But so moving on to number
Yes.
2 here, we have the second one.
Tell us about it, Anthem.
Oh, it's Anthem. I already finished Anthem, guys. I'm sorry.
Of course he did.
I got
We're
a
on
little
to number
bit, like,
three,
I got a little
Roger.
bit left in the bottom.
He
Go
was,
ahead, talk
he was,
about
he
it.
was giving me hell a minute ago, folks, but now, you know, we find out he's done. So.
Yeah, so Anthem, that's another day one beer for us. It's our just kind of dabble into like the original American kind of craft pale ale. It's all it's Cascade hops, got that nice kind of West Coast like mildly bitter vibe to it. Kind of a fruityish yeast profile.
Mhm.
Very,
Just
very subtle.
easy drinking,
Yeah.
nothing too out of control on this one, but that's
Like
just
easy drinking.
another good, you know, if you want like a classic pale ale,
Yeah.
that's our go-to.
This is a pale ale I could get down with.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, look at the
sure.
lacing on this, guys. Look at that.
I'm
It's gorgeous.
Buddy's the huge, you know, single, double, triple, quad.
Yeah, he's the head.
You know,
Oh, no, but this is easy, too, dude. This is like a day drinking beer.
Yeah, oh,
I'm
yeah.
I'm not a big
Oh,
because I'm not a big like everybody knows I hate Citra, but this is really well balanced. Cascade, it's beautiful.
I like Cascade. We've actually used some of Bob Butler's Cascade for that because he grows crops right locally right here in Chepachet
oh, wow.
and Hunting House Hop Yard. Yeah, so I know a bunch of the guys use it when he harvests it, and
Mhm.
so we try to keep some of it local, even though you know you can't source everything from right around here, but we try to when we can.
Now, talking local, I know you have other offerings. Do you still have a local wine?
Oh, we do. So
Yeah.
this year we've kind of after the flood we sort of withdrew a little bit, looked in, you know, at what we needed to do to kind of to rebuild. And we wanted to change a few things. And we really started looking in-house a little bit at, you know, what are we offering? Because it became tricky just being a beer hall. People want more. They're always asking for new stuff, new beers, new everything. So we started to grow a little bit. That's where some like the guest beers came in. All those guest taps are doing.
Yep.
And we also wanted to bring in a wine too. And so we started using Mulberry Vineyards because they're, you know, they're 8 minutes down the road from us.
Yeah.
Really.
And we carry their Pinot, their Riesling, and their Cab, and it's been a huge hit. We sell cases each week.
Where's Mulberry? Where's that Costa?
I want to say Chepachet.
Yeah.
Yep. But you know, they're open on the weekends. They got their tasting room there. But they've been great to work with, and it's been nice. That's opened up a whole new group of customers for us.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
brand new
You know?
revenue stream.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
people want to come to brews with their friends, but they don't drink beer. Now their
Right.
friends do, and so now they're going to go somewhere else. So this has given us, you know, some new people.
Right. You guys have a food option as well. So, I mean, that
Mhm.
it gives you more of a crowd to
Yeah.
come through here to want to stay, drink more beer,
Yeah.
have more
Yeah.
food. Yeah.
It's cool. The place is shifting into what you know, what I used to like going to when I was going out to places like this. You know, it's you got fun food, you got a good atmosphere, you've got good beer. Yeah, the food's been a huge addition. We've got a great cook doing some nice work out of the kitchen now, and yeah, it's kind of we're hitting that brew pub thing. It's tough right now to be just a microbrewery.
Yeah.
Um,
mean,
these
How many places have we seen close this year alone?
it's happening.
It's
Right.
too many,
Yeah,
but
quickly.
you know.
It's sad to see, you know, because you pour your heart and soul into these places. It's not an easy feat. It's not, you know, you've got to be dedicated to it. And if it doesn't work out, man, that's crushing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
But it's good though. I mean, you got food, like Buddy said. You know, you come in, you sit down, you have your beers, you have some food. You know, and for me, you know, we've talked about, you know, my wife doesn't drink. She doesn't
Right.
drink beer. She doesn't drink wine. She just every now and then, when she gets a little squirrely, she'll have something. You know, and usually it's from 0 to 100. Love you.
Mm.
But you know, so at least though, you know, if I know there's food, we can go. I can get my beers. I can get something to eat. She can eat and have something else. And it doesn't feel like it's a chore dragging her there. I don't have to try and convince her or coax her somehow and be like, oh, guess what? We're stopping off somewhere, and I didn't mean to tell you
Yeah.
this, but it's a brewery.
So you've evolved from a brewery to a brew pub.
Yeah.
And you've got obviously your house-made beers. You've also have guest beers.
Mhm.
You have
Right.
wines from a local, vineyard.
Mm.
And then, you have like non-alcoholic options too for people who,
Yep.
might be a designated driver. You might not like alcohol. Like my wife, when we come here,
So
she loves the fact that you have lambic.
Oh yeah, that's a nice
Loves the
addition.
lambic bottles, and she'll drink every one of each flavor, just
Yep.
so that way she can figure out which one she wants to drink.
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
It gets
and-
back to what Buddy was saying earlier, asking about those. When I figured we're going to bring in some guest beers, I wanted to bring in specialty stuff that you can't find everywhere.
Right.
Not that Lindemans isn't available, but not everywhere.
but
it's
not
great
everybody knows
Belgian
what it is
lambic,
either.
I don't.
It's a very ancient,
I have
fruit
no idea.
beer. It's a very
nice old fruited
old-
Belgian lambic.
yeah.
They're sour, they're
You've gotta
fruity,
try
they're
them.
not super high ABV. They're absolutely crushable.
Oh yeah,
You said Belgian.
yeah.
Belgian fruit beers.
Oh,
Okay.
Love
Well,
it.
I mean, I've had a lambic before. I've just never that particular one. I'm like, I've never heard of that. So
Yeah, they're around, but it's scarce. That's the thing with the beers you bring in. You can't find old speckled hen on draft. We tried.
Mhm.
We try to keep some of the classic big ones that are just not at your everyday bar, if you will.
Yeah.
right.
It's the beer that I grew up loving. That's stuff I got super into when I was overseas. Like that's what developed a lot of this interest in me. Was we were deployed. We went to England, went to Germany, went to some like great places for beer.
Yeah.
And
You get spoiled, and then you get back here, and you're like, oh, somebody hands you a Bud Light.
So you would clearly say that your time in the service and your time in England and Germany and Europe in general definitely influenced
100%.
your style
I-
and
I-
your taste in beers.
I can imagine the beers in Germany, like a German style beer or an English style beer in England or in Germany, is 100 times better than any beer you're going to find here in the States. Yeah.
Absolutely, and we do our best to replicate those as like a craft brewery. Like that's what you're doing. You're making styles that have been made before, and you're trying to make them better. But a lot of these originate. They've been there for hundreds, if not more years.
Yeah,
So
right.
they know what they're doing.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Well, that people don't realize, we're a very young country, guys.
Mhm.
So we brought the stuff, our ancestors, they brought it all with them when they got here. So
Some of these beers are older than our country.
yeah, exactly. I mean, so it's a little crazy.
Put that in perspective.
I mean, Old Speckled Hen. I used to work with a guy who loved it, absolutely loved it. I'm like, what the hell is this? Old Speckled Hen. I'm like, is this like some like grandpa beer you're handing me? What are you doing here? But let me tell you, have you had it?
Yeah,
Okay, buddy.
I have not.
Oh boy, I know what we're going
but he's about to.
So
Yeah.
it's absolutely phenomenal. It's a great beer. And I'm not trying to just. It seemed like I can't get off of this. You know why? Because now I got it in my head, so I know what I'm doing.
He had,
But like,
he,
where do you find it though? That was always one of my favorites. And like, I know a restaurant where I went to college in Western Mass that always had that on draft. They had that. They had West Mall Double on draft. Another one you can't find. We were carrying that for a while too. We tried to rotate it in, but I would drive just for this,
Yeah.
because you can't get it.
No, and you're the only one I know around here that has it on draft.
Yep.
The only other option I've ever seen is just in cans.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah, if you got a good package store nearby,
and
sometimes
that's-
they'll carry it, or they'll buy it. They'll get it for you.
Get it for
That's
you.
yeah. If you got a good in there, that's always nice.
but like, the same thing can be said about like dinner. Like I've been beating myself daily because I didn't get here for dinner on draft. I've driven I've gotten in the car and drove to Freeport to buy breakfast and dinner. Just such sought after choices that you don't see
Yeah.
around.
Well, even on our
Occasionally
end,
offer them here.
they're tough to get.
Yeah.
They don't get that many kegs into the state when they release them. And if you can snag one, you try to grab it, but you're not guaranteed it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That demand is what makes some of this so interesting.
yeah.
You
I
know.
mean, it's like on the bourbon side, you just start talking about Pappy, and it's like everybody's like, "Oh my God, you gotta have it, gotta have it." I've had it. It's okay.
It's the hype.
It's I
It's the
think
rarity, the
it's
scarcity of something
it's
drives up
Yes.
perceived value.
the
Yeah.
ability to say that you actually had it. Right. I mean, it's not. I'm not spitting in its face by any means. It's fantastic, but it's not at that, it's not like, Mount Olympus, Ambrosia that everybody makes it out to be.
Right.
Had to throw it in there for the Greek. So
Yeah.
yeah, much love. Much love.
One thing, hey, Chris, I've been sitting here the whole show, and I've sat at your bar many times and looked at it.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Your growler collection that you have atop there.
Oh,
is
yeah.
that personal choices? Is that
No,
what is that?
it is customers cleaning out their basement.
Oh yeah.
So it started with a handful of mine that I had. I got the Bravo Brewing right in the center, and then some of the ones that I've been collecting. And then as soon as some people saw it, they started saying, "Oh, here's one that I have," and they started
Yeah.
bringing them in. So a lot of them are breweries from their customers have been to that they wanted to show off.
Yeah, Mole Mountain. They have amazing
Yeah, they do.
barbecue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
Yep.
That would sticks out to me. Queen City. Is that what's that up? That's in Vermont, right? Queen City or like
I'm actually not sure. That's not one of mine.
Oh yeah, all right.
I just think it's funny, you have some dude sitting at home and his wife's been yelling at him for like the last 6 months or whatever. Get rid of the damn growler.
What are you doing with these bottles, Jim?
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
yeah,
this point, it's pretty full. So now we're not really accepting anymore. But we'd have donated.
Mm-hmm.
Guys would come in. They have like a box of them. I'm like, oh boy,
Oh,
get the ladder out.
Yeah.
Hers.
Now, you also brew. If I might be incorrect, but you also brew non-alcoholic, right? You
Oh.
did do a root beer, correct?
I do root beer. I don't brew non-alcoholic beer. That's something we've not dabbled into.
Thank you.
Probably won't.
But
I
but
mean,
the
that's
your root beer
Mm.
was
Oh, appreciate
Oh,
that.
yeah, it was
Thank
awesome.
you. That's been a fun one. That's actually one of our biggest sellers around here. When I've got that in cans, we sell more cans of root beer than I do beer some days.
Oh yeah, I've come up here to pick up 4-pack, 6-pack, whatever, and just I come in after like going fishing at like buddy, what is it?
Oh God, what,
No,
Wakefield Pond, right?
no, Pulaski Park.
Plastic box.
Right, go there and then come here for some beers afterwards, right? And then I'm like, oh, root beer, and I'm like,
Mm.
root beer? Are you
I'll let you in
serious?
a little secret. Something we are working on. I'm not doing a lot of R&D, but I am trying to get a hard version of the root beer, an alcoholic version. But
Oh yeah.
that's a little ways out. We're still working on it.
Yeah.
We had a few samples, so that'll
Like
be fun when that
your
hits.
father,
Yeah.
like not your father.
Yeah, similar. Not that
Yeah,
big.
yeah,
Yeah, one of the,
yeah,
the hard
that would
the
be
alcoholic
awesome.
soda.
But
Yeah.
hopefully much better.
But yeah,
Uh,
like just the fact that you had like a non-alcohol, you had like the freshly made root beer, like available in cans. I don't even remember how many took home. I was like, just give me everything.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
taking
funny. Like a lot of the stuff,
You know.
it comes from. Like my favorite place when I was in college was the Old Forge. It's a great beer pub out in Lanesboro. They curate some of the best imports you're going to find, but they always had was Abita's root beer on draft, always. And it was like it's a cool staple, you know. You have
they
some
did
beers.
beer.
Yeah,
I've
it's a
had
good one.
what's the big one they do? The purple
Oh, it's a purple monkey something, right?
yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
That is so good. That I
So
don't.
okay, so let's
Holy
okay,
shit.
before we get to that,
Before we get to October,
did-
buddy,
Oh my God, dude.
before we get to
I'm sorry.
October, let's at least let the gentleman
I
let us
remember
know
the
about the
ESB. I'm
English style bitter here.
so let's talk about ESB.
Let's talk about ESB.
Mm. Oh, the ESP. So,
ESB.
ah,
A little bit left.
ESB meaning English style bitter, correct?
so that's. I feel like there's a little controversy around that one.
Hmm.
I don't know that it's got an official designator because I've heard a few of them, and I feel like each place claims it. There's extra special bitter, English style bitter. There's,
Mhm.
I think like Fuller's sort of claimed the ESB name. I don't know, I could be wrong, but that's what I got from my beer history. But yeah, so I would say extra special bitter, just being like you've got your best bitter or your classic bitter, like a nice low, like mildly malty English ale. Then you get up to your best bitters. Then you get your extra special bitter, right? This guy is big. It's malty. It's like the big brother of of your English ale. It's should be like reasonably balanced, but a little pushing the hop side a little more. We use
It's got a little more oomph to it.
yeah,
Mm.
Yeah,
we
good.
use Ringwood ale yeast for that. That's been one of our kind of staples. We started this place. Alan Pugsley from Maine. He started with Shipyard. He actually came over from England back in the 80s. He brought this yeast with him, and he's been kind of helping set up breweries. And he brought that in, and we have been using it for a lot of our beers.
Nice.
Not for everything, but for all of our English styles, it's a friggin' workhorse. It gives a very noticeable flavor. People have had Shipyards like Old Thumper or some of those like bitters they used to make. I don't even know if they still make it. I hope they do. But it's recognizable. I know that right off the back. They taste like, oh, you got the ringwood yeast. So it's a neat sort of thing, especially since we lean into that style of beer.
And the thing is too is like I really like this. It's it's an English bitter,
The
but
lacing,
it's not
every single one.
bitter. It's not like
Yeah.
you're gonna get it and you feel like you just had to choke down some cough medicine or something.
No, it's bad.
It's really no. It's really tasty, really tasty. So now, okay, let's dive right in because Buddy's like sitting here.
I'm already 2 sips into the actual.
Jesus, I can't.
Like,
Okay,
wow, the first sip was like,
So-
oh my god, take a sip, Ed. You believe this guy? Look at this.
so
Got to catch up.
he's got to catch up. So okay, so Oktoberfest. Anybody that knows me knows that I am a sucker for a Marzen. I am a sucker for an Oktoberfest beer,
You're gonna like this one, Ed. Then.
and I would say this is probably one of my favorite styles.
That is one of the best styles. It's what
Yeah.
when I think of like German lagers, you always think of like the light ones, but
Right.
I always leaned into these like maltier
Oh, yeah.
October, like fall style lagers. They're just,
Yeah.
God, that's just classic beer to me.
I
Oh.
Right.
have to agree.
I think the fall, obviously with Oktoberfest, with the fall and everything, it kind of pushes you into those classic styles.
Mhm.
The Hells, a Marzen, Oktoberfest beer, like all those like classic German styles.
Yes.
You're pulled that way whether you want to go or
Yep.
not.
We do that
You're
with
on
like,
that ship and you're heading in that direction.
yeah, we do that with food. We do that with beer. As
Enjoy
soon as
that.
it starts getting colder, you
Yeah.
gravitate to those heartier things, soups and stews.
I'm not
and, like,
eating chowder and chili in July or June when it's like 95 degrees outside.
Whoa!
Right.
Yes, you are.
Oh, maybe.
Chowder's
Don't-
different, guy.
I mean, listen. If
But you know what I'm saying? Like soups and stuff like that. You don't eat a lot of those like
no, that's a fall.
heartier, heavier.
do
Yeah, I'm not firing up my oven to like make a pot roast. On
Mid-July.
Yeah, July
Yeah.
or whatever. That's not happening. You're cooking outside.
Yep.
This is seasonal, and us three, we love seasonal selections.
Yeah.
You're expecting wintertime. All right, I want stouts. I want porters. We've talked about this before. Like this is perfect for this time of year. It's cold outside right now, and I'm coming in and I'm having an Oktoberfest.
Yes.
And it's warming me up, and it's hitting that spot.
at 10:30 in the morning.
So, so as we're finishing this
Oh.
one,
First breakfast, second breakfast, first lunch, second lunch.
right? And then
Yeah.
we'll have afternoon tea and everything else later on.
What about breakfast?
You've already had it.
We've had one, yes. What about second breakfast? Don't think he knows about second breakfast, Pip. What about Elevensies? Luncheon, afternoon tea, dinner, supper. He knows about them, doesn't he?
I wouldn't count on it.
So, as we start to wind things down here as we finish this one, I got one question though. I got to ask you: if you had to pick one baby off of your menu,
Oh, don't do it. Don't ask this question.
baby, I'm doing it. I have to. If
You can't do it. Who's your
only-
favorite child?
Exactly. Listen, I don't care what anybody says. Everybody's got a favorite, except
No,
I don't have a favorite child.
Oh,
Um,
no.
Nope. You got to pick one baby. The rest of them are going away.
you
That's
can't.
brutal.
Oh, that's awful, Ed. That's terrible.
All right. Don't listen. My little draft babies over there. I don't know. I'll probably throw it in with the. It's Oktoberfest or Hell's out of this batch right now. I'm loving the fest just because it's a season for it right now.
Mhm.
I think I'll keep that one on for the time being. That's just if it was an Oktoberfest, I'd call that just like a nice Munich lager,
Yeah.
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
So that one's good. That fits everything I'd want.
Fantastic.
What style do you hate to make or hate to brew or hate to
Oh God.
right? Everybody's got a style. Like, all right, so you like these here.
All right.
What do you not like?
All right. There's two that I don't like. So I actually hate brewing New England IPAs.
Okay.
I like the style. They are a chore to clean up after. The amount of dry hopping, the amount of just matter that goes in after the boil kettle, like you're digging out buckets, and that's on my scale. Some of these bigger guys are digging out like truckloads of just hops and waste. It's a mess.
Mhm.
It loves to get plugged up in the bottom of the fermenter. You're trying to get it out. You put a little pressure on top. I've taken like shotgun blasts of just like hops and yeast pellets to the chest, and just covered first thing in the morning, like not fun. And the other one is actually giant stouts are a pain. If you got like 20 different malts and you're weighing out so many, it takes forever to get loaded up. That's a pain in the butt. They're great to brew, but they take so much prep work to figure, to get all those guys ready to rock. But
Well, we want to thank you for your time this morning.
well, thank you guys.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for letting us taste these absolutely epic beers. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to finish this one off camera. Guys, if you haven't been here, take the trip. I know you're Rhode Islanders, or if you're from Connecticut, wherever you're from, I don't care. If you're from California, come on out.
Right up the road, guys. You're in Rhode Island.
It'll give you a reason to come to a part of the
You're
state
still in the same state.
Pack a bag, make a lunch if you have to.
Right.
Exactly.
You don't even have to pack a bag. You don't have to bring a lunch.
He's
They've
got
got
food.
food here.
Right here.
They've got beer. They've got
Right.
wine. They've got drinks. They've got food.
There's a Dunkies right on the corner.
No, you don't even need Dunkin'.
Hey, we got a nice new coffee bar next door to us too.
Yes.
So skip the Dunkies. You got
If you haven't been to this area, there's all these quaint little shops. It's very historic. There's a lot going on in here. There's so many different things that you can do in this area. It's a hidden gem. It's a hidden jewel. You need to come up here and you need to explore this area.
Yeah,
So-
Pasco's had a neat redevelopment over the past couple of years.
Yes.
A lot of new stuff, new place, new restaurant, new bars. Like, it's worth the trip.
It is.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, if you're not going to do anything else, folks, you come here, you get this man's beer, and you support a veteran in the process, right?
Right.
So, buddy, you want to do us the honor there and take us?
Oh yeah. For the doctor, Ed Patnord, for the Greekiest man I know,
Almost.
Costa Grulli, for Chris and Bravo Brewing. My name is Buddy Thayer. Thanks for joining us, guys. Drink local, drink good beer.
Cheers.
Drink local.
Cheers.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that, Private Pile?
Sir, jelly donuts, sir!
A jelly donut?
Sir, yes, sir!
How did it get here?
Sir, I took it from the mess hall, sir!
Is chow allowed in the barracks, Private Pile?
Sir, no, sir!
Are you allowed to eat jelly donuts, Private Pile?
Sir, no, sir!
And why not, Private Pile?
Sir, because I'm too heavy, sir!
Because you are a disgusting fat body, Private Pile!
Sir, yes, sir!